Good morning and welcome back to another Ask an Attorney question with the one and only Mike Kuna from Kuna Law Firm PLLC.
Good morning.
So today's question is, hi Mr. Mike, can I make my criminal record disappear? The problem is that I had a bunch of stupid stuff I did in my early 20s, and now that I'm married in my mid 30s and looking for work to support my family, it's very hard for me to get hired and get promoted. It's even complicated to rent a place and get loans. My entire life is very difficult because of some wrong decisions I made a very long time ago. What should I do?
Well, luckily for the viewer, we live in the state of North Dakota, and the state of North Dakota believes in rehabilitation and rehabilitative justice. Therefore, there are actually two options for this condition. The first option is expungement. What is expungement? Expungement is a process through which a person actually asks the court to seal their criminal record, or in other words, to hide it. However, that process is not as simple, and there are certain conditions to initiate it. First, if a person has a misdemeanor, the person has to wait 3 years of having no criminal charges before they begin the process of expungement. Felonies require 5 years, and violent crimes require 10 years. Also, there are some specific violations for which expungement is not possible. For example, sexual offenses and offenses against children. However, expungement is not the only way. There's also a process called a pardon. A pardon is a process that allows a person to remove the consequences of a sentence. What does that mean? That means that a person can remove the consequence of not being able to vote or not being able to own firearms through the process of pardon. However, unlike expungement that hides a criminal record, a pardon does not. Yet within the criminal record, it will be written that the person was pardoned for a specific offense. Yet, it's very hard to get a pardon. If you apply for a pardon, you need to apply with the state's advisory board. The state's advisory board only meets twice a year, and after they meet, they discuss approximately 25 people each time and give their recommendations to the governor, the person who actually signs off the pardon. Unlike an expungement process through which you can apply through the court. However, both processes are not mutually exclusive. Let's take Jillian over here as an example. Jillian, let's say you have assaulted 3 people in a bar. Let's even say 5.
Oh, okay.
And now you have a felony on your record, and you have to wait for 10 years until you can expunge it. That's a horrible amount of time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And throughout that amount of time, Jillian cannot apply for jobs and most likely cannot apply for a lease in a very nice rental facility, because we all know that job places and even rental companies always will discriminate against people with a criminal record. However, what we can do for Jillian to give her some hope, and that's what we try to do, to give people hope and improve their lives, and that's what makes the practice of law so amazing, is apply for a pardon. If Jillian is pardoned, her criminal record will show that she was pardoned and she is rehabilitated. Also, what is to say that it will interfere with an expungement? On the opposite, it may actually help when we file with the court and ask for an expungement of a criminal record for an offense that was already pardoned. However, we must remember that these are very, very technical issues, and you have to apply for them cautiously, and you have to remember all the little details when you apply, and you have to write them down on paper. Therefore, call me directly and I will help you out with this process.
Yeah, absolutely. And this just is a very common situation for most people. Yes. But you had a very out-of-the-box way of thinking about it and explaining it. So that was awesome. Thank you so much, Mike. If you have a legal question you'd like to ask Mike, you can go to our website at valleynewslive.com and click on the Ask an Attorney tab. We have lots more North Dakota Today coming up after the break.